You ready?
The 50 plus gamers. 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 The 50 plus gamers.
Okay, this is a quick video on the Fern coach simulator that was released on the 25th. Now, a long awaited game. This game has been in development for a considerable amount of time. The reason for this video is so that I can probably help a few of you out there who have the Tracer steering wheel. I did a video a few weeks ago regarding the Tracer Zonda steering wheel that was used on ETS and American Truck Simulator. The idea of this video is I will not hopefully go on too long. It's just a quick fix and a quick help for those guys out there that have got a reasonable budget steering wheel. So as you can see, I have loaded up Fern way before I did all this so that you can have a quick look. Try and keep this video nice and quick, nice and slow. The idea is I want you to see the settings rather than me go on or do a whole page and a half written format for you to input. So we'll go into the settings and I will show you how this wheel is performing. That's if everything goes okay. So go into control, you go to vehicle. Now I will show you what it should do if the wheel is working correctly. Now when I press the brake, you can see the brake applies. Now with this particular steering wheel, it is not a high-end steering wheel, which means this game does not necessarily support it. But if you look at the top right hand, it actually states the USB racing wheel. I will put a link in the video to where you can purchase this steering wheel, and then you can see how it works for you. The majority of gamers are using the Logitech G27, which is one of the best on the market, which is becoming obsolete now as Logitech do not make that wheel anymore. They are also heading towards the Logitech G29, which is the new model, which is relatively expensive for a lot of us. For those gamers out there who can afford it, I'll explain one thing. It is an amazing experience, but for guys like me, can only afford the low-end budget steering wheels. So this is just how I have mapped this and how it works. So the gas pedal, you can see it's been mapped up. So the idea is I want to open each one of these so that you can see how I have done it. If you set your controls exactly as I show you on the video, you will have the same experience I have using the racing wheel. So go ahead, the gas. So I will leave it like that so that you can see and match the settings. So when you see I press it, it actually performs the right way, because this steering wheel is not recognized 100%. The game does reverse some of the settings. So that's the gas. If I then move down to the brake, you will see where I'm coming from. The brake is intensed at that much because I have set it for that. And in order to do that, the settings are as follows. So I hope you can see this, and make sure you get that same curve, and I'll show you that in the game. Just make sure you get the same curve. which I am pointing to you now. Okay, I will put some captions so that you can see what is going off. I just want to get this video out as soon as I can to help the guys with this game, because it is an absolutely amazing game if you can set this wheel up correct. So that's that. The steering, if you see when I turn the steering wheel, it is moving according. Now with the Tracer steering wheel, it has a sensitivity button on it, which really does help when it comes to gameplay. So that's right. Now you have to set your turn camera, as you'll see when I press it. As you can see, it moves. Now that is set by the mini controls on the left hand side, which is your hat 1 and your hat 2. They will reverse automatically, and that's how that does turn the bus so that you can see when you go around corners. We'll close that one. I haven't set turn camera because I don't actually need it. These are all set as follows, so I would like you to see those in the game, okay, rather than set them. I have set the buttons on the steering wheel for start engine. Indicate up is your flappy paddles as I press them. I will say indicate up is right, indicates down is left, as I did make that mistake when I first went ahead. These keys are already mapped on the keyboard, which you will have to use because there are so many keys to map. The cruise control I have used as the gear stick. Push the gear stick to the right, that will enable the cruise control. The wipers, I have used the opposite set to the ones that turn the bus, which is wipers faster is the upper key, wipers slower is the lower key. The spacebar is down as reset vehicle to the street, which I don't necessarily understand why you would need to do that. The fixing brake, I would assume, is your hand brake, which I have set as my start key, which is when I pull up, I press the start key, the handbrake comes off, it will move. Your zoom is right mouse as set out in the game. Button 1 and button 3 are as set out in the game. Delete I have set as my open luggage door to the right. End I have set to open luggage door front left, and so on, as you can see in the description. Gear up and gear down, self-explanatory. On the gear stick, I push forward for gear up, I push backwards for gear down. That works perfect. Retarder up, retarder down are set as on the keyboard, and so forth and so forth. I haven't messed around with any of those keys. So that is the basic way. If you have a look how I have set the Wi-Fi, toggle driver lights and other things, they are as according. You can pause the video, you can see how it is done. Please follow those settings. The only things I am concerned about, as I will return back to, are the 3 main settings, which are your gas, your brake and your steering. If you get those set correctly, you will have an outstanding experience. So just once more, Y-axis USB racing steering wheel will give you, look at the settings and make sure they are set according. On the brake, same, look at the settings, make sure they are set according, and make sure you get that curve in the blue line. I'll explain to you why as I drive around. On the steering, just make sure that your steering goes to the end of each turn, and make sure, please, you have it set as I have shown you, which is 01010, with that exact picture to the right. If you do that, you will have a good experience. So now, show you how this wheel works, I'm just going to start the game and go for a quick run to show you how the wheel performs. So, as you can see, we are now heading towards the bus. I will give you a quick look how the graphics relatively good on this game, and I am not running it on Epic, okay? I managed to get 36 frames per second, which is reasonable for me. So as you can see, you have to enter the bus. As you enter, you press the C on the keyboard, as that is already mapped for you. Now, as I was stating to you about how you need to make sure you get the curves and the settings correct, before you continue, you press the start button, which I have mapped as my login. You have to log in to your journey first, and this is just so that I can show you how it works properly. So there you go. Okay, that's showing you your heading. It's then showing you what your schedule is. I then come back out, log back in again to see. So you go check in. So you now go start your ride. Otherwise, if you get to your destination, you will not be able to check anybody in. So let's now see. Foot pedal going down to go forward. Now you can see how it's performing. Brake. Now when you brake, as soon as you hear the gas brake on, or should I say the air brake, release. That will not put you into reverse. Show you, if you press down on the brake, it puts you back into reverse, as you can see. Come off, press the accelerator, the gas brake goes on. It stays in reverse, go forward, and then it releases. So you can see how that works. Now, you will only get that if you set the controls as I have explained, and this is only to help you guys out. We're going to turn to the right, so the two keypads I was telling you about allow me to look to the left, allow me to look to the right. My indicators are the flappy paddles, so as you put the gas on, and the steering wheel works relatively well. Brakes, as you can see, they will stop automatically for you, which is nice. The horn I have mapped as the look button, but you press it in and there you go. So now guys, I just want to explain to you that if you follow the diagrams on the screen, you will have a really good experience with this wheel. Okay, I just want you to enjoy this game because it is absolutely amazing. It really is a good game. Now, as you can see, travelling down, I will go to the first pickup for you so that you can see how this works. Be mindful that you do get traffic that will try to slow you down, so I am going to take a bit of a detour because every time I come here they try to stop me so that I am late, and you do not want to be late for your pickups. And believe you me, you wouldn't do that in the real world. Indicate. Now you're going to hear a crunch, which is me crashing against some vehicles, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, so this is just for the video so that I can show you how this steering wheel works. Now we continue down. I've not got far to go. I think as I turn right here, I'll just pull in and get to my customers, and as you can see, the wheel performs relatively well though. Brakes are quite good. I'm going to show you when I pull up how to attach your mirrors. Just pull up here before I turn the corner. I'm going to pull up here, and you hit the tab button, which brings the mirrors up. You then highlight where you want the mirrors to be. Okay, I could have them there, I can turn them off there, I could have them quite high up, which I think I'm going to go for the high up version. Now if you click on the screen, hopefully I should be able to tap and make them disappear. Now those little mirrors, if I center my adjust there to help you see behind you, so I'm not going to hang around here, indicate. I try to take the corners quite wide because you don't want to hit the curbs, because you actually get a curb infringement. And as you pull it up, now you can come straight into the box here, brake slowly, and there we go. The doors open automatically, so you can use the mouse now. See, if you press the C key, you now are in control of the mouse. And all you will do, I'm going to check one person in. It allows me, bring your PDA up, and you will put check in. Now hopefully I should be able to check somebody in. Let's see if this works. There you go. And you press, as it says, the left mouse button. Now this guy doesn't want to come onto my bus, so let's go to somebody else. Now what you can see is, because I haven't enabled the displays, I will show you, that's the reason why they are not getting on the bus. So you press Z, and you go to the bus. If you press the Z key, have a look while that's working. Let's do it from inside. So you press the Z key, it then says where you are going. Press the C key again, out, and hopefully now we should be able to, there you go. So then the rest is all self-explanatory. Customer's name, you check that it is on your roster. Now there's his name, so you would then just click OK. He will disappear, he will now be on your bus. So without doing this video too long or getting into too much depth, that is how this game works. I just want you to have a really good experience using Racer steering wheel. So this is the Fitness Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this game.